your content is not even converting to people actually buying from you, and you have no idea why, and that's the actual problem. I'm sure you post a video, it gets a few likes, maybe a few saves, or maybe it does absolutely nothing at all, and you're kind of sitting there like, okay, what's the actual issue here? Was the hook not strong enough? Did I lose people halfway through the video? Was the CTA too much? Or did the topic even matter to my audience, or was I just overthinking it? Or again, that's the actual problem. You're frustrated because you have no way to actually diagnose what's happening, so every post starts to feel like an emotional hostage situation. This is something that I see business owners struggle with regularly, is that their content has no actual job to it. You maybe know how to post, you know how to use a trend, and you know how to make something look decent enough to go up, but further from that, you don't know whether or not that post is going to attract someone new, or build trust with someone that's already watching, or move someone closer to actually buying from you. Everything starts kind of blending together where you're expecting a certain video to actually introduce you, educate them, and make them trust you, sell the offer, validate your experience, and somehow save your business and bring you money all by Friday. I may be a little bit dramatic, but I'm not really wrong. I had a client come to me and they were working with an agency that basically completely ignored what they wanted. The agency gave them scripts, trend ideas, edited videos, and the content technically looked like what everyone else in their industry was doing, and that was the problem. It looked familiar, it looked active, but it didn't actually carry a strategy, and it didn't give the audience a clear reason to care, trust, or move closer to buy or even come to class. Whenever my client had actually asked for the content to be adjusted, it kept coming back with the same issues. It was more trends, more generic scripts, without anyone actually asking whether or not it worked for their audience, the offer, or the kind of buyer that they were actually trying to move into work with them. But when they started working with me, we pulled apart the content and what was actually working or what wasn't. Was the body of the video carrying a clear idea? Was the message actually tied to something that the audience cared about? And was that piece either attract, connection, or converting piece of content? Once we knew where the breakdown was actually happening, the content was actually significantly easier to fix, and it wasn't even being produced out of frustration anymore. They actually understood what needed to be put out. When I work with clients, I don't just like help them build content pillars that are like cute little topic buckets. I actually work for the fact of like, what is your plan to convert someone to actually buy from you? So we build pillars around their audience in the decision-making process. We map out what their person needs to hear when they're first realizing the initial problem, they need to hear when they're considering a solution, and what they need to hear when they're very close to buying but still need more of trust, proof, or clarity. If you keep posting content but you can't tell exactly why it isn't converting, comment brand below and I'll send you an application for a quick call so that we can look at what's actually happening and map out the strategy behind it.